My name's Kristen Strader, and I'm an occupational therapy assistant student here at Penn College in Williamsport. I like to help people. By my nature, I'm just kind of like a nice person. I like everybody to be happy. I like everybody to do what they want to do. So occupational therapy is good for me because I'm helping people learn or relearn how to do things that they want to do that make them happy. Occupational therapy is basically about finding a way not to fix people, but to help them adapt and change their way of life a little bit so that they can do things for themselves. Occupational therapists look at the whole person, because if you can't get up and get yourself dressed in the morning, it doesn't matter if you can bend your knee or not. If you can't get yourself dressed, you can't really function for yourself. So we look at everything that they do and try and work on everything so they can be functional. I definitely see myself being in either an occupational therapy assistant or an actual occupational therapist throughout life. I love it. It's wonderful. My occupational therapy teacher gets up on the table and she lays on the table and shows us all these reflexes that that we have to learn. She doesn't just say them, she actually does them.
I can really fully work in this mid-range without falling over.
You learn a lot by doing things. And I think that's really important, especially in health sciences, is to actually get that experience and do it before you graduate and get a job where you have to do it.
Okay, remember our technique, okay? With a thumb and a finger, and just get a sense of what you can control here, okay?
Labs are amazing. It's so hands-on, and the teachers they don't get up and say, this is how it's done. We do it to each other. We grab each other's hands and we move each other through the movements we're learning. Last week in lab, we had to tell our teacher how to stand up from sitting on the floor. Internally rotate your left hip. And she would just stop in the positions until we told her what to do, and she did exactly what we told her. If it was the wrong thing, she would fall over, or, so it was very interactive.
Now I'm gonna...
Now weight shift to your left hip and flex.
And free this one. Come up.
And you actually do this stuff. It's not, you don't just learn it, you actually do it. I had 17 credits last semester, and I made the dean's list, but I worked my butt off the whole time. It's hard, it's challenging, it's really good. Like, I learned a lot. Play in lab is, first of all, a lot of fun, and secondly, it helps us learn different activities that we can use with children. Last week we played a bunch of games and laughed and laughed and laughed, and but then we actually talked about what mental abilities and physical abilities it takes to play certain games. We don't really play with adults, but kids, there's a lot of games that work on fine motor skills and strengthening their muscles. Push my hand up, and you want to put your nose down first. So bend your arms to put your nose down and then follow with your back. We also get a lot of fieldwork experience and going out into clinics and actually observing and getting hands-on experience with patients so that we can apply the knowledge that we learn in classes to real settings. I'm here at Kids Work in Lewisburg, where I do my fieldwork. It's a pediatric occupational therapy out clinic. It's even better than lab at school because instead of doing things with each other, we're actually doing it with patients who need therapy. So we're getting to see exactly what the therapists do with them and how they do it. Every day I come here, I love it because I just leave my mind open, and everything I see the therapists do, I think, wow, I wish I would have thought of something like that. So every day is just a huge learning process at fieldwork. Are you getting tired?
Yeah.
It's hard work. Yeah. I have a lot of reasons to love Penn College. I've made a lot of good friends there. I enjoy my classes, and I'm getting a degree that'll work for me.